Now, if after all that it still doesn't work, replace the connector onto the pressure switch. Now come over here to the fuse panel, take off the relay for the AC and replace it with the relay from the cooling fan. Now try that, see what happens to that. Now, if switching the relays didn't help, we have to do some more troubleshooting to the connector underneath the relay. So take the relay out. Now, this hole right here is the wire that goes over to the compressor. So we want to take our multimeter and we want to set it on the ohm scale, and then clip onto that little pin you put in there. Now we're going to connect it over to the connector on the compressor, and we should see continuity there. Now, if you don't see continuity or 0, on your multimeter, well, that's the problem. You got a problem with the wire from the junction block here to the compressor. Now, if you do see continuity there, well, now we have to do more troubleshooting down here at the box. Next, we want to check the number 30 connector, which is live juice, to the fuse box here. It's this one right here. So we're going to probe that. Now we got our multimeter connector on the negative post of the battery. We're going to take our multimeter and we're going to put it on DC voltage number 20. And we're going to connect the live lead to the pin we just put on 30, and we should see voltage there. Now, if you don't see voltage there, you need to check the AC fuse. It's a 10 amp fuse underneath the fuse box right here. It is the top row. It's this one right here. You need to check that fuse. Okay, now we're going to check number 85 right here. It's this one right here. This is live when the vehicle is running. So we want to probe this one. So we want to take our multimeter, put it on the DC voltage scale, number 20. We want to probe that. Now we want to start the vehicle up. Now if it's working correctly, you'll see voltage there at number 85. if you don't see voltage there, you want to check the ignition 3 fuse. That's the IGN 3 fuse. It's a 10 amp fuse. It's located in the interior junction block. So check that. Now the last thing we're going to check is pin 86, which is right here. So you want to probe that. That is the trigger ground from the computer. Now we want to set our multimeter on the ohm scale. And we want the negative lead to the ground. Take our positive lead and put it on our probe. And when we start it up, we should see some resistance to ground there. It should show some resistance. Showing a ground resistance from the computer at that point. So you should see something there. Now hopefully I've covered all the possible scenarios of a problem that you might have on your air conditioning system.